While we cannot get enough of fan favorites such as GTA 5 and Red Dead Redemption, which provide a high-quality gaming experience, a lot of indie games have been coming out of nowhere in the last few months and giving the big guys a run for their money. From lighthearted car parking games to experiencing the underworld that is run by Hades, these 5 indie games are surely going to blow you away. Here are the top 5 indie games for you to play in 2021. Number 5. You Suck at Parking. As the name suggests, this indie game is going to test all gamers who have always been told that they are terrible at driving, especially parking. Get ready to feel a lot worse about yourself, since the game isn't really looking to hand out any participation awards, as is evident from their beautiful melody in the trailer. The game that has been developed by Happy Volcano is being advertised as the world's most extreme parking game, one where stopping the car is the most important objective. This is truly a much-needed game, since it will require patience and virtue more than anything else to win the game. Unlike most other games where committing mass genocide using a couple dozen missiles and grenade launchers always seems to be the objective. The game looks like a lot of fun, and something that can be played for hours on end, until you finally manage to somehow hit the brakes at the right time. Seems like rocket science for me personally, given my 7 due parking tickets and inability to parallel park in between anything below 8 feet in width. Anyhow, check out the game once it's available in 2021. Number 4. Anno Mutationem. Anno Mutationem is an action-adventure game available on PS4 that has a hybrid of 2D and 3D graphics. This game is set in a bustling cyberpunk world, with the different neon-esque colors giving it a surreal feeling. It follows the main protagonist, Anne, who is supported by her hacker friend, Ayan, who fights monsters 100 times greater in size and about 4 times smaller in brain capacity. The graphics for this low-budget thrilling game, which has been developed by Thinking Stars, is surprisingly quite captivating. The appeal also comes from the giant boss fights that Anne will be taking place in, promising a rapidly building storyline with a climactic conclusion. What's cool is that the character can also take breaks when they feel like it. You've had enough of fighting big green monsters? Go back home, check your email, and call it a night. That's what I call realistic gameplay. Anno Mutationem has already been released, so buy it for your PS4s to experience a cheap yet thrilling action-adventure game. Number 3. Lair of the Clockwork God. Lair of the Clockwork God is a point-and-click game that has been developed and published by Size 5 Games. This game surrounds around using the 2 characters who try to stop all the impending apocalypses simultaneously. Completely different to most other games, this game follows a genre including comedy and action. The 2 main characters include Ben, who is your typical 90s kid who can be controlled using the conventional point-and-click style. Then comes the second protagonist named Dan, who's a wannabe indie platform character, is overly excited and easily overrated, and for some reason constantly looks like he's been punched on the nose. You can play as Ben to collect the puzzles and clues, and always switch to Dan when you're in the mood for jumping around and messing things up. The game has received great reviews and is supposed to be a refreshing look into the comedy genre. Number 2. Stray. Stray is a puzzle simulation game that has been developed by Blue 12 Studio and is supposed to be released on PlayStation and Microsoft Windows. The game has you play as a cat in a cyberpunk city where robots are a thing, and you get to experience cool open-world elements as well. The trailer does not really give us much, except pretty much the typical lifestyle of a cat. We see a cat walking past a sidewalk, climbing a tall building, hiding behind a living person, creating a badass silhouette, and nothing much else. Only thing missing is for the robot owner to feed the cat a lasagna, and we could call it a day. The game has actually seemed to grasp audiences due to its great graphics and ominous setting in this cyberpunk world. A lot of people are going to be more than happy to give their money and get to play as a cat in return. But the studio has been developing the game for around 4 years and looks to be more than ready to release a masterpiece. Number 1. Hades. At number 1 on the list, we have the action role-playing video game Hades. Hades also won the SXSW Award for Best Video Game of the Year, so it's no surprise that it's a first on our list. It follows the complicated father-son relationship that the Greeks seem to excel in, featuring the prince of the underworld, Zagreus, as the protagonist. Hades is his father, and turns out while he isn't burning people alive in his kingdom that is hell, he's fighting with his son and proving that he can be all-around dick everywhere he presents himself.
The Olympians shall make powerful allies.
Supergiant developed this game and provided us with some of the most stunning visuals ever that include awesome hand-to-hand combat moments and boss fights with other Greek gods such as Achilles and Athena. The great animation and brilliant design also led the game to win the Best Game Design Award. Make sure to play this game if you have not already. With this, we come to the end of our list. We hope that you have found some new indie games you are planning to get your hands on, so please comment down below your top picks from this list. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you next time on the Game Mag.